Welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast. You're here today with Sir Nygel, House of the Wave Files, from the Dark Gray Triad, always looking left, because I'm not right. Ho, 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 and Happy New Year to all you sluts. That is all. Now for my co-host.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Also unnecessarily aggressive. I don't know where that came from.
I thought you wrote it down and you were reading it.
No. I was looking for something, and then something just told me, like, no, choose violence, sir. And that's exactly what I did. And I love every minute of it. I'm glad I did it.
Ho, ho, ho. It is I, Jay Delnegro, here with Sir Nygel, and we'd like to welcome you to episode 188 of the Don't Judge Me podcast.
Nice.
It is me, the actual factual, the sometimes reclusive, the man who might get a little mixy from time to time. It is I, your podcast hombre. Yes, I am the motivational speaker that can breathe a little life back into even your settled down life. With the show, we're going to judge. With the show, we're going to roast. And with the show, of course, you're going to judge us for judging you. And as always, we don't care.
No, shut up.
But if you do want us to care about something you have to say, something you think, something you want to incorporate, you can actually give us content for the show by sending us an email at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 202-642-9398. Again, that's 202-642-9398. So Nygel, it's been a little while since we last recorded.
Yeah.
What's going on, player?
Not much, man. I guess since our last recording, Christmas happened.
Christmas has definitely happened.
Christmas was fun. Had a good time. Hung out with family. Hung out with a friend's family as well. I was just telling you to watch the show called Dragon's Den.
Dragon's Den. And what is this show about?
It's pretty much Shark Tank with British people. It's really random. It's also, we were watching an older version. So it was like the early 90s almost.
Ooh.
But it was just funny because there's these 5 like dragons.
Those are the judges.
Yeah, the judges.
Okay.
And they're just sitting at this table with a stack of money on the table. So my first question is, like, do they throw the money at the people? Like, they like decide they want to pursue it. Do they like toss them money?
Okay.
No, it just is there for show.
It's just there.
It's just a weird prop. But then this person goes through these like things, and then they're just like, they just are so savage. It's just like, yeah, this is the dumbest idea ever. I don't even know why you're here. I'm out. And it's like,
but with British accent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, some people are like, they're trying to have these ideas, and just a lot of people are not prepared for these meetings, right? It's like, well, how much are you planning to earn? And it's like, I don't know. And it's like, why wouldn't you not know that?
Why would you know that? Because this is just a concept.
Well, again, I have some sort of like generic, like
$1 million.
Like at least have some, but like the fact is like, yeah, I have no idea, dog. Like, how are you gonna supply? I don't know. Like,
money, like
what's your money, dog? But it was very entertaining because some of these dudes was like mad savage. It was really interesting to watch. Only thing I saw was an opportunity was when they said like I'm out. I feel like they should have said something dragon related, like I'm flying the coop, or like I don't know. Like I felt like you're leaning in. You know, saying like, oh, we're dragons here, and it's like
been burned to cinder.
Yeah, something that actually sounds tight. So something like that. I think that would have been cool. But outside that, man, I've just been busy. I know we just talked about it not too long ago, just being outside the house, touching too much grass. I apparently picked up a part-time job as a pussy feeder. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Sounds like it's honest work.
Yeah, I'm out here feeding cats.
I liked it.
Not with meat, with kibbles and bits.
And I liked it better before I knew what it was.
Yeah. Not me too.
That sounds like a Deuce Bigelow sequel.
Yeah.
Deuce Bigelow, pussy feeder.
Pussy feeder, which is cool.
Yeah. My social battery is a little depleted.
Mm-hmm.
It's all brought on by my own decision makings and course of pursuit.
Okay.
And team too much and team soon to be broke if I don't stop.
Yeah, I can see all that coming together.
Yeah, it is. It was a lot. And I need today and possibly tomorrow to just stop. I don't know if I'm going to because I know me, but I need to stop. My holidays were solid. I got to watch a bunch of sports ball on Christmas Day, from basketball to football. I got a gift.
Nice.
Appreciative of the gift. A lot of quiet time though, but not too much on actually Christmas Day. But since then, the ball's been rolling, and I had some really good conversations with people. Insights. I explained to a group of people how my real life got too close to my fun life, and they said, "We got you. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
we got you." So I'm gonna have some fun again.
Nice.
And these people got me. So
that's awesome.
We're gonna see how that works. But overall, like, it's been a good time. It's been a good time.
I will say, so yeah, last night I went out to a bar, which I haven't been in years. I haven't been out, and well, actually, I haven't been out. Like I guess like outside, like game nights. Mm-hmm. So I went to this bar, and the person I was with was a socialite, knew everybody there.
Mm-hmm. Everybody. I went to a bar like that too.
Yeah. And, which was fine because, I mean, honestly, I hold my own. I actually wound up talking to this nice gentleman named Thomas, who is an electrician, has a baking company. Apparently, he was in jail for a while. Likes shoes. It was telling my life story. Apparently, I get this from people.
Okay.
Also sees dead people, which I, at that point, was like, I need to go back to my friend because I was just like, you're going to give me some of that mojo. I don't want that. So, it's funny, too, because, like, the prison, playing spades, liking shoes, all that stuff, no problem. I don't care.
Black dude?
No, white dude.
Okay.
So he said, yeah, he pretty much used to work at a place where he'd pick up dead bodies. And he said a couple times he was driving the dead bodies and they would move.
Yeah, because the gas has to be expelled.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But then he would also say some other stuff where he felt like he could see them and other stuff. And I was just like, okay, this is too much at this hour. It's midnight. Like, I need, no. But there was this one guy who was apparently a PG County police, and he asked me, do I speak English?
Was he Hispanic himself?
No, he was a white gentleman.
Fucking racist.
And then asked me where I lived, and I was like, am I about...
bar?
Yes.
Was he in uniform?
No.
What part of town were you in?
Dunkirk. Waldorf. Clinton.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like, where are you from? Where do you go? Where do you work? And I'm like, damn.
This nigga was like...
No, he was trying to get me. He was trying to get me. It's something. And so, like, of course, me, I'm Mr. Like, I ain't been out in a minute. So I'm like, Highsville.
He just knew you were part of MS-13.
No, I know. Bro, he was just like, yeah, so you Hispanic, right? And I was like, no. Like, I'm black and white. And he was just like, I don't understand. Like, he couldn't fathom the interaction with me, which was funny because, I mean, honestly, I was having a ball.
Was he by himself?
I think he was there with his wife.
What kind of shit is that?
I don't know. He was really random. He kept talking to my friend. So,
I mean,
it was a wild interaction. It was very funny, in my personal opinion, because it was just like, what is happening? And I love those type of stories because I get to tell them here.
Yeah, but
I know.
My resistant ass would have been like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know.
Straight up and down. Like,
no, I know. But see, I think that's where I get that extra because I'm not like that. And not saying it's good or bad, right? But I get that additional because if I had just been like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was just like, no, of course I speak English, right? And then it's like, then he's like, you Hispanic? It's like, no, I'm Hungarian. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I can have some fun.
So, like, to the listening audience out there, like, everybody knows Nygel. So if I ever come across a person that somewhere in their life, they've come across a point that Nygel has come across, I'll ask them, do you know Nygel? And they always say yes. And Nygel's so lovely. They love and remember Nygel.
That's nice.
So you are like a very memorable, personable character. I'm not. And
sluts.
And when it comes to engagement from strangers,
yeah,
like I'll give you this story. Went to Portrait Gallery.
Okay.
And
I thought you were about to say Portugal. Okay, go ahead.
No.
I was like, shit, my dog.
I was invited to Portugal.
Oh, that's tight. Okay.
No, it's not. But
okay.
It's just,
well, another story.
It's just the thing. Like, I don't know, tight. Like, it wasn't all expense paid to Portugal.
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah.
There was a guy in one of the exhibition rooms, and he just had a shirt that said, "Ask me about Felix." Felix was
like a shirt I would have. Okay.
Felix was an artist that had some installations there, but the installations weren't like traditional art. It was like literally piles of candy or a string of lights coming from the ceiling.
Okay.
Whatever. And I didn't look at the blurb on the wall about the artist's name. I just knew his name was Felix, right? But Felix had passed away in like the 80s or something like that. And this guy wasn't necessarily a curator. He explained like his role is a archival artist. Like, so he works to get not the works of arts, but like the sketches and the writings and that kind of stuff. And then he stores that information about a particular artist, but he was representing the curator for this exhibit for Felix, right?
Okay.
And when I say like a pile of candy on the floor, that's the art installation.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm like, my brain is just going like, if Felix is not with us, how do we know that this art installation is what Felix wanted? Because it's not like anything set in stone.
And that candy probably wasn't even made back then or something.
Listen, I asked the guy that question. I was like, it might seem like a dumb question, but like, if Felix isn't here, like, how do we know that what you have right here, this display, is what Felix is? And he's like, actually, that's a very good question. And there's a conservatory.
I'm not about to answer it anytime soon.
No, he answered the question. He basically said there's a conservatory and they not necessarily own the rights, but they, based on his writings and descriptions of it, they set it up the way he wanted it. And the pile of candy we looked at, it wasn't like butterscotch. I'm just going to say it was. The description was like white butterscotch. Butterscotch and white wrappers, right? He was like, this is actually the lowest it's been. And I was just saying to myself, he's like, it's usually like, how many? 15,000 or 1,500 pieces of candy, but it was just a few hundred at this point. He's like, this is the lowest it's ever been, and I'm actually curious to see what happens. And I was confused because I'm just like, but that's art. What do you mean it's the lowest it's ever been? It's supposed to look like the art it is. Nigga, people were coming in and taking candy. And I was just like, I didn't know you could do that to art. Like, I mean, that's why I got smaller, because people were coming in the exhibit and just taking candy.
Yeah, because I mean, they probably just thought it was.
But is it the art anymore?
No, it isn't. Well, I guess if you conceptualize and video, like document the journey from beginning to end, then maybe.
It was just.
But like, more than likely, no. Because once it's gone, then did it exist?
Did it exist?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I guess in someone's stomach, maybe if they got bad digestive tract.
So. Like, I bring that up to say, like, all right, you talk to strangers. I talk to strangers. But my curiosity is way different than yours, where I'm just like, that don't make no sense.
Well, see, let me say this. I talk to strangers because they talk to me.
Okay.
So, like, most times, because even the real reason why this conversation sparked up with this Thomas individual, because I was showing my friend some T-shirt designs I was about to implement. Mm-hmm. She said she's going to maybe help me with some. And as I'm showing her what I want to do, he's like, what do you use? And I was like, well, I just use Copilot because I can't draw for shit, right? Okay. I was like, I use Copilot and ChatGPT. And a lot of times I'll use ChatGPT. I'll have it provide me a prompt and then take that to another site, right? I'm like, this is my idea. Write me a description so that way I can put it in another site and get what I want. And it'll, of course, add this like really flow, and then I'll cut it down how I need, because most of them only have like a certain amount of characters. So I'm showing him, and he's like, well, I want to do some stuff with T-shirts too. And I was like, my name's Thomas. And I was like, all right, nice to meet you, man.
Thomas is the dead people, right?
No. This is the I see dead people, been to jail, light shoes.
Thomas is the one that's seen dead people.
Oh yeah, okay. So later on, we're outside talking, right? And he comes up. And he's like, hey, you guys mind if I put my drink down the table? Because we were sitting at the table. And I was like, yeah, no, go ahead, Thomas. And he's like, how you know my name? I was like, you told me your name. He's like, but why'd you remember it? And I was like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? Like,
the guy with the Felix shirt, his name was Josh.
Yo. But it was just the most, like, I was like, do people not remember you, dog? And he was like, well, I'm bad with names. I was like, well, that doesn't mean I have to be. Mm. And I was like, I try, just because I'm in sales as well, and I've just trained myself to say your name more than once, and then it's pretty much locked in for that evening. Now, if I see him again in a month, he'll be Tommy or Tululu or something. I don't know what he'll be. But he won't be Thomas. He'll be something else. Mm-hmm. But at that moment, I'm like, yeah, I still remember your name. And then it was just the craziest interaction because, but then because I said I know his name, he then started lore dumping on me and started telling me about his past.
That's when you found out about it.
Yeah. And that's when I was like, if I had just not done that and just been like, you good, and just walked off, I wouldn't have had a conversation. But because I actually engaged with him, he's like, you know my name, so now we're friends. And I'm like, I didn't want to go there.
So were you the only person in the bar that looked like you?
Oh yeah, I was the token. Well, I was for a while. And then a black dude came in, a mixed girl came in, but everybody else was pretty much white.
I don't understand. How'd you get here if you're not Hispanic?
No, and that's really what the energy was, which was fine. I knew I was going to be a token going in. I was pre-warned, so it was fine. And honestly, the company I had was good, so we didn't really pay attention.
So in return, you just have to take the company or somewhere where they'll be the token.
Yeah.
Fuegos.
Stop.
I mean,
I thought you were going to do this.
I will never be out niggered again.
I was not prepared. My brain was not in position to.
No, that's what I thought you were doing. I was like, But yes. No, because I guess the young lady I was with is white.
You should have told the cop.
You can record the new sound effect.
Suck my dick.
Yo, seriously. No, because honestly, it was so random. And then, again, I had these two random conversations, and it was really like, what is happening? But that's usually my MO in life is why I wind up having conversations, learning all this information about people. And it's just more so because I just ask questions. I guess I just acknowledge people and they're not used to it. And then they start dumping on me, which is fine. I'll save you in my memory for a certain amount of time until I need it. And then you'll get thrown out in the trash.
Disregard it.
Well, I think about like you ever see there's this movie, I forgot what it's called, but it essentially has like your mind being like a mental fortress, right?
Okay.
Where you essentially have storage. So I'll remember stuff up until a certain point, and then you get cleansed. Like, not saying I purposely like visualize like me walking it out, but like eventually I don't need to know this information anymore.
That's everything for me. My memory's trash.
Well, but see, mine isn't. Like, so a lot of times I do retain a lot of stuff unnecessarily. Like I still know people's birthdays from elementary school. I just don't call them, but I know it.
Yeah, it's a little.
I even know phone numbers.
I remember names and faces from elementary schools.
But see, and that's the thing. So like, I'll remember a face, but because I haven't interacted with you, I don't need to know your name. So a lot of times you get like, hey, and it's like, I know who you are. I just don't know what your name is because I haven't had to say it. And so that's been dumped. But I know your face. I might even still know your birthday. I just don't know your name. Or I know it's in my phone. I just don't know where. Because like, I know it's a T. Like just like I would joke about the Thomas. I know it starts with a T. I don't know what it is though. And I have to go through my phone list. And of course, I probably have like 17 Thomases and none of them have last name initials. And then all of them have different zip codes. And I don't know who the fuck it is. But, because I didn't organize my shit like I was supposed to. But
someone told me, hey, I watched the video that you uploaded and the part that you said X, Y, and Z. I looked at them deadpan like, I said that? And the video was recorded just the week before. Oh, I don't remember shit.
I will say I have been told jokes back to me that I've said, and I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That is, why the fuck?
No, and the thing is, it's funny because they'll be like, well, you said it. And I'm like, say it again.
You don't ever feel like the way it's presented and how it's coming out, like, yeah, that does sound like me.
No, but see, but that's the thing. So like the way I guess like a bad read, right? So like they read it like, oh yeah, you said slut. I would never say slut. Well, give me the context. Well, you said it like this, and your voice was like, "Oh, well then, yeah, I said that. That shit was funny." Like now that I'm hearing it, how I would say, yeah, the way you said it wasn't funny. The way I said it was hilarious.
That's perfect.
But to me, that's where most of my humor comes from. Is do I find it funny? And that's usually what it is. But if you say like in a world like out of context and no, a lot of times I do jokes as setups. It takes a couple building blocks to get there, so it makes it more funny. But if you just drop it out of the nowhere, like, how you been? Slut. Oh, okay, well, what was that?
Nigga, you got Tourette's. What the fuck is going on over there?
So it's like, I don't get that. It's like, well, you just said it the other day. Did I say that?
I'll say that. I don't think.
I mean, I've said a lot of words in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, did I say those words in that order?
Listen, that is me. I don't think I said that. That don't sound like me.
Nah, don't sound like me.
I could have said it an hour ago, and I was like, I ain't say that. Convinced, like, no, it wasn't that.
Nah. And then you gotta hit me with the replay. And I'd be like,
you have footage of me saying that, then I did not say that.
Yeah. Okay, I definitely have had many people quote me back on some stuff, and I'd be like, that don't even sound like me. And then they'll say it again the way I said it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Give me the context.
It's where you place the if. You didn't say the if the right way.
Sometimes it's the context. Like, I was like, well, what did I respond to? Like, if you said something that set me up perfectly, I said that. But if you don't give me the context, I can't. I mean, like, why would I have said that? But anyway. But yeah, no, I guess back to the original. It's funny because
I don't even remember the original.
Well, it was more so like people talking to me. Like, I try not to engage with people because honestly, and it's going to sound crass, I don't care. I don't care about your existence because I'm never going to see you again, more than likely. So I actually don't want to talk to you. But I'm not rude, right? So if you're going to talk to me and share something that you're passionate about, I personally am an advocate for people being passionate about things. So if you are passionate about, in Thomas's case, getting his business off the ground, I hope he thrives. I hope he does really well. I also am not going to degrade his passion for something.
Oh, no.
So because of that, I wind up in these conversations where I'm standing outside in Dunkirk, Maryland.
I didn't know that was a place.
I didn't either. Before like a half an hour talking to this gentleman while my friend is inside and I'm out in the cold, freezing my ass off, talking about cakes.
Did he say his favorite kind of cake?
Strawberry shortcake. Which sometimes he'll make with Crisco, but he doesn't like doing it because it doesn't go down the esophagus right. And I didn't like where this conversation went.
You had a conversation with a whole ass man and
about esophaguses. Yes. And honestly, I laughed because I was like, no, the fuck you didn't just say esophagus, bro.
Well, how the fuck would...
Why would you say esophagus? And he's like, well, Crisco doesn't even go down your drains. Why would you want it to go down your esophagus? I was like, then why are you using it? And he's like, well, I guess it holds better when you're trying to make like flowers or something.
He said esophagus.
He said esophagus. And I was like, I'm not mad at that.
All right. So a lot of people say the worst word, when I say people, I mean women. The worst word that can be used and it just gives them the ick is moist.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
People don't like moist. Do you have a word that hits like moist to you? Because I have a word.
Honestly, I don't even mind moist, to be honest. I
think my word will be your word after I say it.
Okay, Lee, where'd it go?
Discharge.
Yeah. Okay.
Discharge is the worst word you could ever hear.
Yo, I felt sick. Yeah, that's... Oh, my God. Yeah, that was a bad word. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no. Because even like me, I'm going to be honest, like me and my friends, we always say like, if we're about to have a barbecue, we're going to get some moist meat, right? Like, I mean, it sounds delicious. Mm-hmm. But let somebody say...
Man, you want fat discharge out of that brisket? Like, discharge is the worst word.
Yeah.
It gets no worse.
No, that is... Because honestly, I've never...
Tell me you sent me home from the hospital. You didn't discharge me.
Real talk. Home. No, because honestly, I feel dirty at that point. I'm dirty.
It is.
You get discharged from the hospital, go take a shower.
Yeah.
Like you gross bitch.
It is the grossest word that you could ever use.
No, that is disgusting.
And if you're out there listening, you can reach out to us and let us know what is the grossest word or the word that gives you the ick by sending us an email at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com or voicemail 202-642-9398. But I am certain nothing gets better than that.
But let's talk about, since you mentioned discharge, let's talk about full sack. My Thanksgiving erotica that I read the other day.
What's the name of this again?
Full sack.
Full sack.
Full sack.
And
Thanksgiving erotica.
This is by Layla Faye.
Layla Faye.
Full is in some
it doesn't make any sense.
Script, but sack is leaking white dripping text.
Now let's see. I'll read the back and I'll give you my synopsis of this.
Oh yeah.
He can procure anything. His price to be paid on her knees. When Jennifer's cat falls ill, her only chance to save him is to find Raccoon, the elusive dealer in all things rare or impossible. Some call him a wizard because anything one asks for, he can give for a price. When Jenin is ready to pay, Raccoon's secret power is only her is her only hope, so she will gladly take this magic wand of his in her mouth and do as he says. Except Raccoon doesn't want her on her knees and open up. He wants to be Jen's date for Thanksgiving, family Thanksgiving. And Jennifer would rather choke on him and be done before if Raccoon keeps pushing. She might develop a case of feelings. He's just too perfect, has masculine physique, uncanny eyes, and filthy mouth. Except Raccoon is not what he seems, and falling for a monster man with a sack full of magic is the last thing Jen needs. Now, essentially the premise of this book.
Oh, can I see that? I just want to review this with my own eyes. So Jennifer and Raccoon.
Raccoon is the gentleman. He is apparently 1/8. It's a mystical being in Japanese culture that allows him to procure magical items.
So when I look at the name Layla Faye,
It's got to be a pseudonym.
I mean, it's a pseudonym, but I think Hispanic in black. That's what I think from Layla Faye.
Okay, I'll give you that. But
but this is like Japanese fan fiction.
in a way, because apparently he's Japanese by descent because he comes from a Japanese, I guess, god who had sex with a woman, and then they had kids.
So he's Hercules.
Well, in a way, so he's like I guess his like great grandfather was a demigod.
Masculine physique, uncanny eyes. He has uncontrollable eyes
So his eyes actually are yellow. He has a tail.
and a filthy mouth. Can't forget
Yeah,
his
well, filthy mouth is more so he just be talking all types of out of pocket. But essentially the premise is this. Her cat is ill, and you essentially go to Raccoon, right? And you pretty much have to blow him. And if you give him a blowjob, he'll give you anything you want.
So for a BJ,
grant
your wishes.
Grant your wish. Now she shows up, and she's ready to suck this dude's dick, but she's a virgin, or allegedly, in this book.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And this dude apparently has been getting his dick sucked for years by men, women, everybody, right? Because everybody, like, anything you want, he can give it to you as long as you suck his dick. Because they say later on, the reason why is because his nutsack gathers magical powers. If he doesn't release it, he could die. So he has to have his dick sucked in order to provide these magical items.
All right. So now I think that Layla Faye is actually a man.
Maybe. It sounds like a... Oh, anyway. So, still be Hispanic. But then...
Definitely Hispanic.
So, and honestly, it reads like a ChatGPT wrote the joke. Like, it sounds like it's not. And I highlighted a couple of jokes that sounded ridiculous. But essentially, she goes in, she has a sick cat, and she's like, I need you to cure him. I'll suck your dick. And he's like, you know what? You seem feisty. I like you. I'm going to Thanksgiving with you, and we're going to pretend to be your date. I'll fix your cat later. They go, they argue, then they pretty much get her whole family is some shit, right? Like the brother's asshole, the father's asshole, mom is like going through some shit. Everybody's a whack job, right? They go there, they get in an argument, they pretty much blow each other upstairs, and she gets when she's blowing him, his nutsack gets larger. She asks for a toaster. His nutsack gets the size of a toaster. And as he ejaculates, he discharges a toaster onto the bed. Now, this isn't the end of it. So she's like, oh, that's cool. Right? Like, that's normal. So then they do everything. And then apparently the same cat, he healed it. Right? Mm-hmm. Cat eventually eats Thanksgiving dinner. Mom's upset. She has like a breakdown. You know what the daughter thinks? You can give me a turkey. Let me go upstairs and suck you off so you can give me a turkey. As she's sucking him off, his scrotum grows the size of a turkey. He discharges a turkey, and they eat it as a family.
All right. When I think of family gatherings,
Yeah.
I don't think of spunk turkeys.
No.
That's what we all sit around to eat.
And she said also it was the best turkey she's ever had in her life. It came out warm.
Turkey she's ever had in her life.
And the whole family ate it.
How many family members were there?
It was a brother, father, and mother, and sister.
And
who's a nun now.
Her sister's a nun.
Yeah. I don't know why that was even added.
This is definitely not written by actual human beings.
No. It is the most crazy. And this funny thing, too, because the copyright is like 2 days after I ordered it. Like, so I ordered it on like the 17th. The copyright is like the 15th of December of this year. Like they like just printed it off.
So I'm going to read an excerpt, but I definitely want to talk more about this book. But just the random page, I'm on page 97. It starts with, nope, I can. Will it to disappear? Though I let it out when I'm home at night, it just feels more comfortable when it's out. Jen giggled, imagining Raccoon sleeping with his tail wrapped around himself. She could snuggle against it if he stayed the night. So back to the point. Your pretty pussy won't be cold when you press it into this nice warm tail of mine. A warning though. It's partially prehensile, so I might be tempted to move it a bit while we ride, just so you know. He winked, and Jen slowly shook her head, lost for words. No, he didn't. Fur against her coochie? Raccoon watched, his eyebrow raised and his tail moved from side to side behind his back. Jen licked her lips, finally giving in. Page 97, y'all.
Yeah, that's when they're leaving the house and going back to her place so they can fuck for the first time. Mind you, she's a virgin. She just met this guy.
But he did give her a toaster.
And a turkey that the family ate.
So that was
and cured her cat.
So those three things happened, and then they had sex.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you look at it that way, like,
I mean,
it's better than like Cheddar Bay biscuits.
No,
maybe not.
I mean, it was a cooked turkey within like 10 minutes of work.
I mean, I think you don't ever want to say that somebody's owed.
I know,
but
yeah,
it feels like, you know what I mean? Like this was a thing.
Peep this though. In chapter 2, this is this line that got me. Now, mind you, this is a raccoon man with a tail that grants wishes and has yellow eyes. Mm-hmm. It was the first time she was aroused by a man who was not fictional. What? This is a raccoon. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds about fictional to me.
Yeah, you fucking outlost your man mind.
How did she meet this man?
Through the word on the street. Go see Raccoon.
She saw him out.
Go seek Raccoon. Yeah. He could grant your wish. And then because he met her, he was like, oh, I like you. You're the love of my life.
So was it a woman that said to seek him out or a dude?
Well, I don't know. Apparently dudes and females.
I was about to say, I don't think he gives a fuck who sucks his dick.
No.
Because like he's got to release these magical items or else.
He got to die.
Or else. So like, was he like in the woods?
No, he like had like an office.
But he's got a tail.
Yeah, but I guess he like hides the tail. So like the tail was out at this point in like chapter like 97 because it's only like 120 pages.
Okay.
So like you were at like almost about to get busy and shit. But like the tail didn't get revealed until like the end, like at 90, and all of a sudden it's like, bitch, you got a tail? Like, oh, that's where you get concerned? This nigga, he just came a turkey, and you concerned about a tail?
Hold up. You as a whole adult, you didn't have a pan for your ham. Did she have a pan ready for the turkey?
So they took the pan from downstairs, like, give us a moment.
Give us a moment.
And they went upstairs and came back downstairs with a turkey.
He queefed a whole turkey.
Yes.
Splooged.
And no one asked any questions like, where the fuck did you get a turkey from upstairs? They didn't even like leave the house. Well, they went upstairs and got...
Amazon does drone deliveries
shut up.
now.
Get out of here. Out the window? A fresh cooked turkey? No.
They ordered off a Prime delivery. Like, yo, it could happen.
Look. Sure. Okay. Exclusive. They got the Prime, Super Prime.
Super Prime. Mm-hmm. They right by the warehouse. They live right across the street from the warehouse.
Yeah. Bezo just lobbed it in.
That's just...
Look.
Procure the turkey.
Let me read a couple of these joints. I love erotica because it is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life, right? Raccoon shifted his hold on her face and leaned in so close, their noses touched. Jennifer breathed the air he exhaled. It was warmed and smelled of raspberries. What?
He had some strawberry mints, the little strawberry candies, except his is raspberry because he's magical. You know what I'm saying?
Now, mind you, and this is why I highlighted this. This is a virgin who's going to see a guy, willing to suck his dick, doesn't like him, doesn't want nothing to do with him. Then she says, I really don't like the way you speak to me, so take care and keep your big dick energy in your pants where it belongs. What?
Just say you're scared. You're scared of the dick. You know what I'm saying? Like she knew she was in over her head, and she wanted a way out.
Okay, no, that was just basic. And then,
does the character have a last name? Any character. Everyone is just singular name, Raccoon, Jen, Cletus. I feel like if your fictional daughter brought home a new dude for the holidays, she's an adult, do you let them go upstairs together?
No, I wouldn't. Not my house. I know what they be doing.
Yeah, like it's just
he's gonna be trying to grab something. No,
kind of shit.
Ain't nothing up there. Her room ain't that tight. Sit down here.
You don't need to see her childhood room, but she probably still lives there.
I still don't care. You don't need to be up there.
Does she still live with her parents, or
no? Because again, her whole family's like abusive to her.
Abusive, and she wanted to get these niggas a turkey.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, that's the vibe I get. It was like the brother was like he was immature. He stabbed her ex-boyfriend. The sister is now a nun, is like, oh, you're gonna be alone forever. The mom is like doesn't interact and is like living in a make-believe world where she just doesn't acknowledge anything. And then the father just doesn't talk to anybody.
You know what? This sounds like different stages of psychosis.
No. And that's the thing.
Everybody's a different psychotic.
So Raccoon was pretty much like, yo, you see the way he treats you? Why not give him a nut bird? And it was pretty much like
disrespect?
Well, yeah, it was kind of like, yeah. And then she was like, you know what? You're right. Let me jack you off now and get this fucking turkey. And I was just like, what the fuck?
I feel like that's the answer to it all. Like, why can't you just, that's why I think it was written by a man, because it's just like, if he has to ejaculate in order to survive, you just rub one out. You know what I'm saying? But you got to manipulate people to get your dick sucked. Yeah, no, but it was all because she was instantly hormonal for this guy. But this is some shit I would say. So Raccoon looks at Jenna and says, let's go upstairs. I want you to baste my turkey. Yikes.
Bitch. Bitch. I read this joint like, what the fuck did I just read? No, this joint was pure comedy, dog. This joint just had zinger after zinger where it was like, yo, what the fuck did you just say?
I want you to baste my turkey.
Oh, I didn't even highlight most of this other stuff too, yo. And this turkey was made in Howard's ball sack and came out through his cock, but it's okay. Mom baked it in the oven afterwards, and I'm too high heat, so it should have removed all trace of his penal origins. So dig in. Happy Thanksgiving. This is what she tells her family.
She says that out loud.
Yes. And they're just like, no.
She should have just called them bitches in the end.
Yo. And then they literally not only have we gone upstairs twice, I guess gave both of each other oral, came back downstairs with a turkey. We're about to leave now and go bang. And it was just like, all right, we'll catch y'all later.
What's in it for Raccoon? Why is he giving her oral?
Because he just is so turned on by her because he's like, no other girl would be down with me because I have a tail and can do this shit. You matching my freak and I want you to be in my life forever. And so she's like, what do you mean? I'm a virgin. And then now they're in love. And this all happened within 24 hours.
So if you admitted this a little bit ago that you actually like erotica.
Oh, yeah, because it's the silliest. It's the silliest. It's just I can see why women get done wrong because they live in a fictitious world where this type of shit happens.
People don't want to live in reality.
No, this shit right here, they even I smelled raspberries. No, you did not. This is Raccoon was eating some.
Just go on a dating app and look at what these profiles say. I've never seen the men's side of it, but I know what the women's side is, and it's just you don't live in reality. No, because I've read so many books where it's oh, he touched me and it felt like fireworks going down my spine. I was like, it sounds like a disease, bitch. You all right? You got something going on. Or you're nervous and... Yeah, no, you're not getting... You're not reacting well to it. It's oh, my synapses were firing no, they weren't. Get out of here. You might have liked it. You might have felt something, but you know what I'm saying? You're blowing it out of proportion. It's not always going to be a movie every time. So if you were a erotica novelist, you write these books. Oh, I would. I have to read this. I was I could definitely write it. What we don't need to go into really specifics unless you can just come up with it. But what would be the theme? What would be the theme? So I think of this theme for this book is abuse and manipulation. That's what I think the underlying themes are, because our family is abusive and this man comes along to manipulate it. Because that'd probably be it. You would start with abuse and manipulation. I feel because I had the books I've read has been about it's always some guy, even it starts with us. It was this guy who apparently she was in love with. He starts beating on her, and then that's the one that was a movie, right? Yeah. Okay. And I read that and the sequel, garbage, bro. To be honest, but then it's she's in love with this childhood friend that disappears, reappears. She of course cheats on the beaten guy with him, and then they have an altercation. He's she loves me, dog, and he's
shut up. And then like he just goes away.
The new guy or
the old guy just goes away after he was like beating up on her. But she was in love with the fact that he was so passionate. And I'm like, dog, what the fuck am I reading, yo?
So what would your pen name be as the fictional author? We can do this like Wu-Tang name generator. Like simple one, like last thing you ate, and your middle name is your least favorite color, and your last name is an adjective of some sort describing anything. So last thing you ate, least favorite color, and an adjective. What is your pen name?
Cookie Pink Running.
Cookie Pink Running.
Yo.
And you would write a book about abuse and manipulation. And what would the title of Cookie Pink Running's inaugural book into the erotosphere be?
It'd probably be like Summertime Lust or some shit.
Summertime Lust. Yeah, I think you need to turn it up a little bit. Summertime Slut Lust.
Yeah.
Summertime Lusty Sluts. No, that is a movie. That is definitely a movie that you can find on some shelf somewhere.
Summertime Discharge.
Summertime Discharge.
Summertime Discharge, bro.
By, damn, I forgot your name.
Cookie Pink Running.
Cookie Pink Running, Summertime Discharge. And will it be just a straight up man, woman, or you have like...
It's always two dudes and a girl.
Okay.
It's always.
This one didn't have two dudes and a girl.
Well, you're right. But it's typically always that kind of like having options usually. Look at all the romantic movies out there, right? The Notebook, two dudes, one girl. Sleepless in Seattle. Not Sleepless in Seattle. It was another one. Like You Got Mail. There's like all these like major popular romantic movies.
Okay.
It's always two dudes. Titanic, two dudes.
And then they switched it up that one time with two girls, one cup.
Yeah.
That was a little different.
Yeah, which is, classic cinema.
Full of discharge.
Yeah. Stop.
Full of discharge.
But it's always like, it's like that classic ABC movie, right?
Okay.
A person who's about to be married, goes back home to a small town, and then finds some country bumpkin that all of a sudden she's in love with.
That's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
All Christmas movies are like that. And I love Christmas movies because it's so horrendous. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, my current husband isn't anything like you. You're so passionate about your workshop that you are your cookie or your bakery or whatever the fuck you got going on. And you're so in love with the community. Whereas my billionaire husband to be is he's so work focused.
Okay. Summertime Discharge.
Summertime Discharge. Cookie Pink Runnings.
Cookie Pink Runnings in the inn. So who's the main character, the man or the woman?
It's always a woman.
All right. So the woman's the main character in the inn of Cookie Pink Running, Summertime Discharge. Does she get what she wants?
Oh yeah, always.
Always have to give her what she wants.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is that Summertime Discharge, she's going to go to a resort and she's going to fall in love with the waste management or the pool boy or something of that nature.
Okay.
And essentially, as her husband is taking Zoom calls on their vacation, she falls in love with the pool boy who spends time doing, hideaways and secret oases that he's clean because he does like Captain Planet type shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's
like
cleaning
he's just cleaning dirt and
volunteering.
Yeah, he's volunteering and cleaning out streams for the local community and shit.
Right.
She loves his heart and passion, and he probably has like a sick sister or some shit that he like takes care of and strives and wants to do great things for the village and community by maybe creating like a water stream of Brita filter water or some shit. Who knows? Yeah. And she happens to be the executive on some Brita filter water shit or something. Who knows? And then
she works for the other company that like pollutes the stream.
Yeah, something. And then they get caught in a whimsical lust, and now she's dirty, and she has to get cleaned by his purity. And after that, then the guy who was working the whole time just goes away. He just goes back.
And she goes back to her husband.
Yeah.
Sad.
No, she just leaves. And then they live happily ever after on the island.
The end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And then the next one is Moist Summer. And then they have a kid or something. And then the husband comes back trying to get her back.
Because the kid is actually, it's They don't know who the kids is because of the time.
It was the timeline. And now it's an altercation and drama because, women love drama.
Drama.
And it makes things spicy. Because, their peaceful life in the village wasn't good enough.
And a Caribbean DJ for no reason. He's just like Jiminy Cricket, just providing like a course of action and take, like just reasonable information. But there's no reason for him to be there.
Yeah. And it could be even like a little island boy that says racist shit.
To white people, though. Like, okay.
Let me take your picture, man.
Yeah.
Coconut.
You can't dance like that, man. Yeah. Like,
Beef patty.
Yep.
Jerk chicken.
That is.
Bought on those Congo jerk.
Yeah, steel drums and shit.
Just walking down the little Congo drummer boy and shit.
Just a living motherfucking stereotype.
Yeah. Well, no, that could be a bestseller, I bet you.
Well, I mean, listen, you already said you use ChatGPT and Copilot. Yeah. So I think...
No, it's happening.
You've got...
I am making a book.
So next year, we've got goals and agendas for ourselves. I'm just saying.
Look. C.P.Runnings.
Okay.
Because that's the name.
C.P.Runnings. Yeah.
Because it's Cookie Pink Runnings. C.P.Runnings.
C.P.Runnings.
See, that sounds more professional, right?
We're getting better.
No one knows. We're
getting better as we go along.
Yo, what you reading? That C.P.Runnings?
C.P.Runnings.
And you got to put a Z at the end or something. You know what I'm saying? Throw some zang in there.
A little razzle dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
Sparkle on that Popeyes. I feel you.
And call it Summer Discharge.
Summer Discharge. Get it copyrighted 2 days after the release. Yeah,
I'm telling you, look, bro. Literally, look at this. Hold on. Where is this? Where's this fucking date at? That shit was so stupid. Oh, wait. No, maybe I was tripping. Wait, is it?
It says December 16th, 2024.
Bruh, I ordered it like the day after my birthday, which was the 18th. So anyway, I was mad too because I had to actually buy it. I couldn't find anywhere to like digitally read it.
I think you need to touch a book like that. That's something you need.
No, and honestly, there's apparently a Grinch version, Grinch erotica, and I'm buying it. We're gonna be covering it next year.
Dr. Seuss would be spinning in his grave.
Green eggs and spank.
And spunk.
Maybe that's too.
Discharge. Mm-hmm. All right, sir. I think we should get to the meat and potatoes of the show. So I reached out to Sir Nygel, and I thought, it's the end of the year. We should probably come up with some arbitrary, ridiculous awards to hand out. I don't know what Nygel's criteria is for creating his awards. He doesn't know the criteria for my awards. I don't know what he has in stock. He doesn't know what I have in store. But we are about to present to everyone in real time our awards for 2024. And this is how I think it should go. I think we should just go, you give an award, I give an award.
That's fine.
We speak to our awards, the reasons, however we want to do this, but I think it's time we give out the inaugural Don't Judge Me Awards for 2024. Sir Nygel, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I will start off with the Dent and Dash Distinction Award.
I'm sorry, what?
The Dent and Dash Distinction Award.
What is the Dent and Dash Distinction Award?
To the motherfucker who hit me on Forestville Road and left the damn accident scene, and who sideswiped me and left. Motherfucker. Slut. How dare you? I was trying to be a good Samaritan. I pulled over and everything. I wasn't trying to deal with insurance. And them motherfuckers left.
Did they pull over as well?
No, they just dipped.
What kind of car was it? Was it an Altima?
Maybe. It felt like that. It gave that energy off. Honestly, I was so caught off that when they hit me and they left, and I was like, do I follow them? I was like, I got green pants on. I can't follow these motherfuckers. I was like, I'm going to die. I was like, I do not come off thug right now. I had like lime green. I had like seafoam pants on, bro. I was not going to win. And it looked like there was 3 people in that car. Even if it was all women, I was going to lose.
So they hit you side, back, front?
Well, pretty much just I was going over the lane and they were coming off a merge. I had the right of way and they just bloop.
The new joint?
No, the pickup truck.
Oh, all right. I mean, I feel better as the pickup.
Yeah, but because the rims are so far out, it didn't actually damage anything with my car. The rim is a little fucked up, but But they got the Denton, what is this called? The Denton Dash Distinction Award.
Distinction Award. I like your award. So my awards are nothing like that, but I am going to go into my first award.
Oh, well then. Okay.
My first award is the Lock That Nigga Up Award. And this is...
Oh, I forgot we covered this.
There is no reason for this person to ever be free again. And I actually have some nominees.
Okay.
Nominee 1, Diddy.
This is how we're doing it. Okay.
Lock him up. Like, it's just no reason.
Yeah, no.
Nominee number 2, Double Glizzy, yo. Because that guy in the front seat of that car with those two plain-ass glizzies nestled in between his fingers, I think he's a danger to the community.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Shameik Moore's Thirst. Do you know who Shameik Moore is?
Oh, yes, the Miles Morales and how he is doing the most.
He's always done the most. He's a little out of touch, but what he did for that actress who's beautiful but weird looking and showing a photograph of them together and just making it
seem very like we're together, but we're not. And it's like both like every woman he's done it with has been in a committed relationship and had it been like, yo, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, he's a little weird about how thirsty he is. And I think that nigga needs to be locked up. Like he is. It's teetering on the lines of.
He's the type of person that doesn't need to be famous. That's the thing.
Fair.
That's one of those people like do not need to have resources and money because I feel like he would do something that he probably should. Like he seems the type of person who would hire someone to like follow you around or something.
Definitely, he would hire a private investigator. To
like just I want pictures.
Your whereabouts.
Yeah, like I like break in our house and take me some drawers or something. Yeah. Like I just feel like
no. He would have the private investigator figure out when she's home and not, so that he could actually do breaking in.
Yeah, he gives that energy off. Like he definitely gives energy off. Like that's the type of dude that doesn't need to have money.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the type of dude that needs to have limited resources.
Yeah, he's got too much access right now. Yeah. But I would say my winner is all CEOs. Lock them niggas up for their own safety and protection because these scary ass million and billionaires don't make good decisions. And people should let them know in different varying ways that the decisions that they make are impactful and not impartial to regular citizens. So I feel like for their own safety, because, shit gets creepy out here, we should lock up all the CEOs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Every CEO should spend 30 days in jail at the very least. Gen Pop, lock them niggas up.
Or at least I feel like they need to work their level.
No. Prison.
No,
I'm not giving them an easy way out. Prison.
No. I think in addition, like that's their community service. I need you need to work line level and survive for a year.
Work the mess hall, down at home. You got a job. You know what I mean? But prison. That's a part of the CEO package. You get the golden parachute, you get the tons of stocks, and 30 days in prison. Like real prison, not like the federal minimum. No. Prison. Just with the prisoners doing prison shit. Lock them up. Lock them up.
Well, no, I don't know how to do this because I didn't come up with nominees.
Just do it how you do it. That's why we different. Do your thing.
So you just mentioned this gentleman, and I'm going to give him an award as well. But it is the Double Glizzy guy.
The Double Glizzy guy. He
won the award of the Double Dog Dare Award by double dogging it, raw dogging glizzies in his fucking car in the parking lot.
I commend that brother, and I'm also worried about him because the whole experience is just
diabolical.
It's overwhelming.
And the thing is, the parking lot didn't look like it was near anywhere.
It was like
you drove. You picked those up and drove.
I feel like it was an office park across the street from a complex of apartments.
What house party? What
This is across the street. He wants privacy.
No. That's too much. Well, let me do another one since I was kind of rolling off. I have, I guess, award, the Mingling Masters.
The Mingling Masters.
And this is the swingers party that we mentioned not too long ago about the guys who were just kind of walking around, mingling with the slow girl and just mastering their mingling by hanging out at a swinger party.
The Mingling Masters Award goes to them niggas who was at the
True Struggle Swingers Party, socializing because they were able to talk. Hey man,
And make
Long time no see.
Make decisions and run into people and the mingling.
Where y'all go? Awards. The fact that you could notice that the girl disappeared because there was the only one there. No, you're mingling. You're hanging out.
You're being a little too much of a social butterfly in this type of engagement.
Yo, I'm glad you actually said that. Well, let me roll another one off.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Apologize. So I forgot her name, but she gets the social butterfly award for fucking 100 dudes in one day.
Her name is Lily Phillips.
Lily Phillips got the social butterfly award. Also, I was mentioning this section. Yeah, I'm sorry to go on tangent on this award show. This is me just taking the mic. They're playing the music. I'm just wrapping it up.
Thanking everybody. This is all.
What I think would have been hilarious, and I thought this after the fact we had our podcast. Imagine if you're number 37.
37.
And you just lean in. You give her a hug and says, God loves all his children. And then you leave. You think that would break her?
No. This has nothing to do with God. This is about Lily. She would keep going. Okay. In fact, that would empower her because she feels God's love.
Rejuvenate the vagina? Boy.
Not the vagina, but her spirit. You know what I mean? But her spirit.
Well, then my other award was We Are All God's Children award.
And it goes to
Lily. Because she needs Jesus.
She needs a lot.
Okay. All right.
So I have an award for most likely not to make it into the next year. And these are people who are here today and will be gone today. Not necessarily like in life, but just whatever we know them for, they won't be here in 2025.
Okay.
Nominee number 1, Lily Phillips. Yeah. She is the first nominee for, and I know she wants to do 1,000 dudes in 2025, but it's not going to happen. Second nominee, AI virtual assistants. So at some point in this year, physical devices that were supposedly AI-powered virtual assistants were being released to the public. And guess what? None of that shit worked because that shit don't work.
No.
I don't like that I can now activate a credit card by tapping it to my phone. I don't want an AI device telling me what I should be doing and managing my life for me.
No.
You can have conversations in chat, like in Instagram, that are AI-powered. And it's not even your thoughts anymore. You know what I'm saying? You type something and they make it better. What? Yeah. I'm talking to you about snickerdoodles. I don't need this AI to tell me to say it differently. That's not okay. The third nominee is Papoose. Do you know who Papoose is?
The rapper?
The rapper Papoose. Married to Remy Ma.
Was married to Remy Ma?
Still married to Remy Ma.
I thought they got divorced.
They haven't gotten a divorce yet. But
okay.
He popped back up because he's dating, I think, a boxer named Clarissa something. And Remy wanted to draw attention to that. And so they're having this bickering and beef. But
they're still married.
They're still married.
That's stupid. Okay.
She has a boyfriend as well. That's
okay. All right. It's such a nigga thing. I swear to God, Joe. Like, why can't y'all represent us better? Okay. Why?
Papoose.
No, you know what? You're right. I Remy Ma and Papoose. What do I expect? Right? I'm sorry. That was a moment. I apologize. Let me tone that back.
And my fourth nominee is Risa Tisa. Do you remember Risa Tisa? Risa Tisa was the young lady who told the story of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? And it had like 57 chapters.
Oh, this no-name nigga in Atlanta or something.
No name.
Okay. Yeah, him.
And I understand she signed.
She got beat recently or something, right? Or something crazy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I know she signed with like an agency and supposedly they're going to make a story about her life. But I always knew from chapter 1 what the problem was.
Her.
She's a fucking fool.
You know why? Summer discharge.
Summer discharge. Risa Tisa.
No, that literally, that is the story.
That is summer discharge. That is summer discharge.
You have a dude who's a drug dealer, got 6 other baby mamas, and you gonna lay down with him? Talking about I'm gonna change him, and then you wonder why he beating you and cheating on you. I'm sorry. C.P.Runnings is about to be.
C.P.Runnings is about to have a real.
No, watch. I'm gonna write a book, man. I'm gonna type that shit in tonight.
So my winner for most likely not to make it into next year is Lil Nas X because it's because
you throwing curveballs at me today. Okay.
Because like the novelty of Lil Nas X is over and he really needs to like come with creative ingenuity and he just doesn't. He just comes back with novelty every time. Like he had a song about Jesus, right? The video was disrespectful to Jesus. The song was good though, and nobody cared because he was too busy disrespecting Jesus. It's like, nah, you just
like, dog. We get that's part of your personality, but you don't have to have it.
You're not pulling it off anymore.
No, because it was the awe factor when it first came out.
It was the gag, it was the gag that he was singing country, in a made up song with a made up name, Lil Nas X. Like, come on,
and now
it wasn't serious.
Your 15 minutes has been up.
It's been up, bro.
And you're gonna either come up with something new.
You got to come with it,
or you gotta do something diabolical.
Got to come with it. What else you got, sir?
Catastrophe Cinema Award.
Okay.
Catnado.
What's the premise of Catnado again? For those who forgot. It was
an 8-part series with 8 different short stories of essentially catnados flying around the city. One lady was apparently controlling them. They eventually kill her. There was one guy dressed as a cat on top of an airplane. That was weird. There was another one where this guy got turned into a cat, and they were looking for pussy. That's what they said a couple times. It was an experience. It was not as good as Sharknado.
Definitely not as good as Sharknado.
No. And honestly, I think even at the beginning, I remember it saying like this whole movie was shot on an iPhone. Like it was.
I do recall that as well.
Yeah, it was like the bar was very sub.
Bar was on the floor.
Yeah, bar was below the floor. Like I mean, you had to dig up the floor to get to the bar. Yeah, it was
subfloor bar.
But it was the best worst movie.
Was it really the best worst movie? Would you qualify it as
for now?
Okay.
I mean, more to come.
And definitely in 2025, we're looking for more best worst movies. My next award is Why Do I Know This Person Exists? So this is an award for they have no talent or notable skills, yet I know who they are. Why do I know this person exists? Nominee number 1, pickleball. Why do I know pickleball exists? Do you even know what pickleball is?
I think I do.
It's old people tennis.
Yeah, okay.
It's ping pong and tennis put together.
That's what I thought it was.
They have pickleball courts everywhere.
Yeah, they do.
They have a pickleball dome in my neighborhood that they just opened because
that's wild. Okay.
It's pickleball. It's number 1. Number 2, recipients for all the reasons we just mentioned before.
Yeah.
Number 3, fans of Wicked. I knew of the Broadway play.
Yeah.
I had no clue or interest in the movie.
No.
But apparently it is the biggest thing that has ever hit in the year of 2024.
So, you know it's a 3-hour-long movie.
Yes, I did 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that.
Do you know it's a 2-part movie? It's
not
done.
That's part 1. And then, it's a Broadway play. Because
6 hours?
Because you can milk this is a $1 billion franchise that they lucked up on. Not lucked up, they did the work. But
no.
I would have never thought Wicked was a thing.
No.
And
I agree with you.
The final nominee is Chappell Roan, and I know you don't know who Chappell Roan is.
No.
Exactly. Okay. But I know who Chappell Roan is because she started appearing on podcasts. Well, her name started appearing in podcast spaces because she's basically one of these people that lives on the internet, and she's a pop star, and she has this personality that's based in drag, and I don't know if she identifies as male or female or whatever. But people talked about her so much. I never heard her music. I just knew who she was off of name alone. Because whenever I would see her name, I was like, I feel like they spelled Dave Chappelle wrong. But no, it is Chappell Roan. And my winner for Why Do I Know This Person Exists is Jada Pinkett Smith, because I cannot stand, and there was an inkling of her in the world today in 2024 because she wrote a book called Worthy, and she released she wrote it in 2023. She started releasing like excerpts in 2024, and she mentioned something about Will on Tupac's birthday or something like, and it was just like, this woman is so disrespectful. Why do I know Jada Pinkett Smith exists?
You know, that's the sequel now. Summer Entanglements.
Dog, you should be writing this stuff.
Oh, it's in my head. Like I said, I got good memory. Look, Summer. Actually, I need to write down the name of this person though, because I'm not gonna remember C.P.Runnings. C.P.Runnings, I definitely need to write down.
C.P.Runnings. I'm going to title the show C.P.Runnings.
So we can get this out.
Just so we know.
Okay, let me write these down.
Episode 188 is titled C.P.Runnings.
Let me put in parentheses. Cookie Pink.
Cookie Pink.
That does sound like a pimp though, yeah.
I mean, that's the other angle.
Yeah, let's see. Summer.
You're writing a series of stories about your hoes, and this is how they came to you.
Summer entanglement.
Summer is her name.
Shut up. That's it.
Nigga.
How you spell entangled? Tangle. Just
underline that shit.
Boy, look. I got a space T. Look. I'm just pressing buttons at that point. Look, I spelled that joint INTALLIGLME space T.
Yep, that is correct. That is the correct
Good
answer.
luck. Yeah, no replacements found. Yeah, I can figure that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let me write my premise down. Yeah, water filter guy. Water filter, clean, pool boy.
Summer entanglement.
Pool boy, woman named Summer. Geez, I can't spell shit.
I mean, listen.
Okay, name is snaked.
If you want to provide some input to Sir Nygel on his debut into fiction, again, you can reach out at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com or 202-642-9398.
About to be the lift off of DJM Productions. Oh, no, what is it called? Publishers. DJM Publishing.
You're about to branch off and do great things, sir. Great things. Found on Walmart shelves everywhere.
Yeah. Get Raccoon to jizz out a book for you.
Just have the cover art. That's what
there you go.
Got any other awards, sir?
Yeah, actually. Oh, yeah, my bad. The Galloping Greatness Award.
Galloping Greatness Award.
From our Horse Girl anime.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man. I cannot wait for that movie. Kudos. I rewatch that shit every day when I'm working out because them bitches be yelling and I'd be like, yo, I could race too. I can run. No, I can't.
Motivational.
But, look, motivational
Inspiring.
horse girls. Look, they don't say nay, or do they?
See what you did there, sir.
Yeah.
See what you did
Violation. Then I do have the Stuffed and Satisfied Award. Full sack. The book. Because, out here popping out turkeys and shit. And they even hinted like people be wanting cars and he just jizz out a car. Like,
does he ever explain how it feels for this thing to happen?
He just says the guy like fills up and he just releases it. But also he's like, oh, that was another part. So when she lost her virginity, he could apparently control how his semen, right? So after she loses her virginity, he jizzes glitter. It's like, congratulations.
Does he do it in her or on her?
On her.
Oh, okay.
He's like, congratulations. This is a special time. I immediately was like, I would do that too, actually. If I could make my jizz glitter, I'd be glittering all over bitches. Ah!
Yeah, trick. Yeah. How many do you have left?
Nah, I mean, I'm the last ones are struggles.
I've got 3. So we
I got back 3 as well then. Okay.
All right. So my last 3 aren't necessarily struggles, but we'll go with the if I wasn't me, I'd probably be them award.
Okay.
First nominee, Chris Brown.
Oh, okay.
We all understand Chris Brown has had his tragedies and triumphs, but he just performed in front of like 90,000 people in South Africa, I believe. Kind of dope. You can't stop Chris Brown.
No, he's I appreciate him just because of the way he dances. I mean, to be honest, I can't move like that.
He is unstoppable. Second person I would be if I wasn't me. Adina Howard's ex-husband.
Okay.
You must understand something. This man said, I thought I was a freak until I married Adina.
Oh, Jesus.
She wanted it too much. I had to stop. He got out of the marriage because she wanted it too much.
Because depleting his balls. That's crazy.
It was, what's the name of the book?
He had an empty sack.
His sack he is complete. I think his life's journey is complete. He's experienced the threshold that one can get to, and he is satiated and satisfied. I want to get to that point in my life.
She said, you ain't ready. And he's like, you're right.
You're right.
Goodbye.
I must walk away.
Goodbye.
The third, if I wasn't me, I'd probably be them award is Shamik Moore's Thirst.
Yo, that's
because
dog.
It is so intense. It is so focused. It is just the type of character traits I do not have. And sometimes I'm envious of others who I'm not. Like, I just want a little bit. And if I was Shamik Moore's Thirst, I would just focus it to good. You know what I'm saying? Just lean it towards good, the power of good, and just do better for myself. And the fourth nominee, Bronny James. Do you know who Bronny James is?
I know the name. I don't know why I know the name.
He is.
It's LeBron James' son.
LeBron James Jr. is Bronny James. He was the 55th pick of
He's on the
NBA
Lakers.
draft.
Yep. Okay.
Plays for the Lakers and more than likely, he's a two-way player for the G League developmental team. Okay. And he is in the top 10 most famous athletes in the NBA right now. And it's not because he can play basketball. It's because he's just popular. His jerseys sell. Everybody knows who Bronny James is. This is the ultimate instance of nepotism, and I am not against it. No. If I could just show up to work, be guaranteed like $7 million in a 4-year contract, and not really be great at what I do because my dad is great at what he does.
And your dad's rich. So it's like that $7 million is like your allowance at this point.
I'm popular just because my dad skeeted me out. He grew a whole person from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
full sacked it.
And here I am, just as popular and notable as even the number one pick in the draft. I don't even know who went number one anymore. I just know Bronny James was the 55th pick, and I would be him if I could.
Yep.
And the winner is, if I could be someone not me, I would be the person who just won $1.22 billion in the Mega Millions from California last night.
Damn.
What the fuck?
I thought, I did not play last night because I didn't get time to go. I want to
winner.
Go.
The only down part for him is he's in California, so he has to announce who he is. If you just won $1.2 billion, you ain't safe.
No.
You can't hide. You can't get behind a legal team. The state law is the state law. You've got to tell people where you bought the ticket from, your age, and your birthday to some other information. So if I could be anyone that's not me, I would be him.
Yeah.
And I would immediately move to Fiji.
But it's actually, because I was going to play, I played like last Tuesday and I was going to play on Friday. But someone just told me like, don't waste your fucking money on that because you ain't going to win.
I won $2 on a...
I won $2 as well.
And I bought a Powerball ticket today.
Yeah, I only play when it's $1 billion. And not to sound like bougie, but I'm just like...
I mean, yeah.
I feel like I get the payout. I'll live comfortably for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then be able to divide that up. But, I wouldn't mind being him. One of my last three is the Historical Flexer.
Historical Flexer Award. Who do we have?
Those are the gentlemen who approached me at PAX flexing that they knew more about the Revolutionary War than I did.
The Historical Flexer Award. Does he have a name? Are we giving him a name?
Herbert.
Herbert, the Historical Flexer.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening now, Herbert, fuck you. But you just won an award. So you should be proud, accomplished. More flexing for you.
Mm-hmm.
On this date.
Because, I'm telling you.
You won an award.
No, because they was coming for me, bro. I swear it was like me and, my friend, and they would ignore her. Well, they would talk to her because she's a her.
Because she's a her.
But when they talked to me, it was like, I'm going to put you in your place, boy.
Let you know.
You don't know shit about history. I'm like, you're right. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
It doesn't really affect me. Just like how, people ask like, oh, if you could time travel, when would you go? Nowhere. Maybe 80s at best.
I actually had this conversation and recently, yesterday, and they said they would go back to the 20s, but be in France. And I can't remember the other timeline. And I told them, oh yeah, you look like you could have been in The Color Purple.
Boy.
And, but I was thinking of it for the same reason. I was like, wasn't Suge Avery like a madam or a call girl or some shit like? I've never seen The Color Purple, everybody.
Yeah, no, I mean.
But Suge Avery was a whore, a lady of the night that liked to get around. But she worked in like, not quite a brothel, but it was like a space where like women.
Old school OnlyFans. Yeah, sure.
Old school OnlyFans. And I was like, yeah, I could see you working in there. So we were right eye to eye because she wanted to be a dancer in the 20s and Color Purple was like the 30s through the 50s and dancing. Exactly. I saw the vision. But I'm not going past the 80s.
No, me either. The only reason I would go, and this is going to sound fucked up, I go back far enough, as long as I can bring shit with me.
What would you bring with you?
Like guns, okay? Go back in time, take over Africa or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would do, okay? I'd be the first. United Nations of Niggerdom or something. I just straight in mind.
So you would be a dictator. You'd be.
Oh yeah, I'm locking it down. I'm locking it down. I'm locking it down early, writing it in where only my people get to, no uprisings. If you uprisings are null and void.
Now what you do is like you establish your rule, and then you come back to the future like fuck it. I'm just leave it and see what happens.
That's it.
Just disappear.
Yeah. Do like some Wakanda shit and it just bounce. And be like the lore. Like one day a Nigel Taylor will come back and regain his kingdom. And I'll show him like, the prophecy is true, bitches. And then just... And it'd be like just my picture like on a hologram griff or whatever shit's called, pictogram or something. And I'd be like, with my thumbs up, I just walk in and be like, y'all looking for me? And I might even be funny, like, hey auntie, right? You know, just be, and they'd be like, I don't get that reference. Like, oh yeah, because the movie don't exist because I fucked with the timeline. I fucked with the timeline. Everything. Yeah. Chadwick ain't around right now. Like, you know, say fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but nobody would get it. But I just come back and be like, the prophecy is true. I'm here. I told you I would come back. Now bow down. Bow down, bitches. It's like the return of Jesus, except we don't know if he's Mexican. Yeah, they don't know. I be look, and by that, even if we mixed up, right? I'd be like, yo, I look like all y'all. Bow down. You should invent a new language when you go back. Just be gibberish, just saying gibberish, and then have a translator, right, to interpret whatever the fuck you saying, and just go with whatever the fuck they saying, right? So when you leave. Now it's on the translator to distribute the gibberish amongst the world. And then when you return, you switch the gibberish up. And now nobody knows that they were wrong the whole time. So you just fuck up language, fuck up everything. Just do what you want because you can time travel. You know, I like that. I even like the energy of like going back and being like, you know, I guess like ebonics, but like, you know, like how I guess how people are like now are like, they got the Riz and shit like that, like no cap. Like just have that, skibbity talk, right? And literally just have that being like the hieroglyphics, right? Mm-hmm. And then come into the future and be like, I could translate it. Look, this right here means you for real. I am him. Yeah, I am him. Yeah. And you are not. YOLO. Yeah. No cap. And they be like, damn, he knows the words. I'm like, yeah, Nigel's here, the second coming. The second coming of Nigel. I live forever. But don't shoot me or nothing because I'm not built that way no more. I ain't him all the time. I will be here. I'm only him half the time. I will be here for you, my children. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would do. I'd have to do some shit where I go back in time with like a car, some gas, and take over and be pistol whipping tribes or some shit. Just lining my... Yeah, some motherfucker with a bow and arrow. I'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Just smack his head. Shut the fuck up. Get your bare titty women over here and let me play with some titties. I'm your king now. You don't need power, sir. You don't need power. I know. I'd be a villain. Look, but that's what I would do if I'm time traveling. I know some agency would be like, get the motherfucking time shit away from them. They will be coming after your ass. Look, if I ever get a random agent showing up at my house, like, you fucked with the timeline, I'm like, God damn it, it came true. Who did it? C.P.Runnings. C.P.Runnings is out here running shit. C.P.Runnings of me. Yeah. Yeah. Get your ass. Oh, wait. Was I done? Hold on. No, I got one. So, okay. The event of the year, and this event cannot be ignored, and it was the dominating moment of the year. Nominee number 1. Them niggas getting stuck in space. Oh, yeah. Motherfuckers is still in space, and then they were recently told, oh, we might not be able to get y'all out when we said we was going to be able to get y'all out. So y'all be easy. You know, I do love about conspiracy theories. I'm sorry I keep interrupting your James, but somebody was like, yo, them motherfuckers been up there since June. How they got Christmas hats? And it was like, true. But I was like, they could have sent it up there. And it was like, but of all the shit that's sent up there, why ain't they trying to get them motherfuckers home? They sending them Christmas hats? Or did they already have that planned? Did they know they were going to be up there a while? I was like, oh, see, I don't need to watch it like this. I was like, keep going. Are they actually in space? Maybe we're in space and they're on Earth. We don't know. You know, the favorite funny rebuttal to conspiracy theories, and I think I might share this with you. Somebody's like, yo, I think the moon landing is fake. You believe in the moon? That's my favorite rebuttal. Like, you believe in the moon? Simpleton. You slut. Wait.
I will never be out niggered again.
Never. That white moon up into space? I think not. With the white man's face on it? Surrounded by black space? I don't think so. Why is that the center of attention? Exactly. See. I can't get with it. Idiot. That junk just paper mache floating. You know what it is? It's raccoon's jizz. Yo, like there you go. They was like, yo, we need something floating. It's just a giant beach ball that just kind of just floating in space. It's just debris. Just stuck out there. Mm-hmm. Ain't no real thing. Mm-hmm. But sorry, go ahead. Number 2 nominee for event of the year is Dame Dash's teeth falling out on IG. Shut the fuck up. What?
He was talking about whatever he was talking about. And according to Dame Dash, he doesn't have dentures, he has implants. And he was in between getting his implants replaced. So he had dentures in at that time. And as he was talking,
It discharged.
his teeth discharged from his mouth. Number 3 would be the Drake and Kendrick beef. Like we've all experienced that and had a good time. And it was definitely a big event of 2024.
You already released the album?
Yeah, I got his album. It doesn't have... You talking Kendrick?
No, Drake apparently released the album.
I haven't heard anything about that, no.
No, that's what I said, me either. Charlamagne the God was like, Drake released the album. And they were like, who? Like when? Like apparently like a week ago he released the album.
I will look into that.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it. I don't know fact checking, but Charlamagne said it, so I figure it has to be some validity behind it.
Might be kind of true.
Yeah, but I haven't heard no samples, no nothing, no songs, no nothing from it.
No releases.
No.
Fourth nominee is Luigi Mangione. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
But, you know, he captivated the general public audience, and it is still pretty captivated. Free that man. He did that shit, but free that man.
Yo, I will say, his walkout, impressive. Because they had like a fucking like army accompaniment behind him, yo. That was the most badass. Like I almost want to get arrested just to have that look. Like that was tight. I'd blow that up put it on a wall.
I'm sure there are many women who have blown that photo up.
Oh yeah, no, they're like, it's a me. Ooh.
And my winner is for event of the year in 2024 is niggas using Ozempic because across the globe, everybody is on these H1 inhibitors and Ozempic is the most popular one of them all. And it's changing lives out here.
Yeah.
Changing lives one skinny nigga at a time.
Oh, that's the one?
That's my winner. Niggas using
Ozempic? Yeah, okay. I guess the fart demon of fate. That's what I'm gonna go with. He exists. My Halloween costume.
That is the award, the fart demon of fake. So you're awarding yourself.
Hell yeah. I'm all about me. Oh, I can be. Sometimes.
It's fair. You are.
It was a good idea.
You are the fart demon of fate, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. It was good. It was funny. That's why I said I do a lot of stuff because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Now, did it stay on all night? No.
You called yourself a fart demon, though.
But do I still wear He Exists and in meetings now, currently? Mm. Yes.
Has it come up? Like, what does your shirt say?
No.
Okay.
But it's also very crass to be wearing a white sweater, just walking around the house with lettering on it that says He Exists. Because I feel like you want to ask questions, but you also don't want to ask questions. You don't want to know
what that means. Because it can cross the line as to who is he.
Yeah. But then I could be like, my Lord and Savior,
my
Dr.
Lord
Seuss.
And Savior, Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm. Now what you guys say? Are you going to tell me I'm tripping? Are you going to... HR?
HR? HR?
Hey, hello.
You
are you making fun of my beliefs?
My beliefs and the structure of
Did you just laugh when I said that?
I am a minority, and our company still cares about minorities for the moment.
I think so. So, the fart of fate.
So Nygel was the fart of fate.
Fart demon of fate, yep.
And my last award is the Person of the Year award. And this person cannot be ignored, and they were the dominating character of 2024.
Okay.
Number 1 is Diddy. 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
1,000
thing
bottles.
That'll never go away.
No, that is so crazy.
That 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is Double Glizzy, yo. You can't ignore this guy. Like I would never recognize him, but his actions, they spoke volumes. The same with number 3, Luigi Mangione. Probably could never identify the guy, but his actions, they just spoke volumes. Much the reason why CEOs should be locked up. And my winner for Person of the Year, Shabuzi, because his name is Shabuzi.
Yeah, no, honestly.
And it's one of those things like a shakaroni. Like, I would never think I would say shakaroni and Shabuzi in the same year, because those are silly words, and this grown-ass man singing hip-hop country that I have never heard of called himself Shabuzi. And for that, and having the number 1 song for like 16 or 17 weeks, for that Shabuzi, you big black nigga with dreadlocks, you are my Person of the Year.
Yeah, I would agree with you, because he had some all right songs, but I'm like, Shabuzi though, bro? Like, of all the names.
The names that you can come up with, he gave us
Shabuzi. My last one's more so of a shout out to the Costco sample, which is a 62-year-old lady at Costco who always talks so nice to me. Mm-hmm. I'd have a couple of her. I'm telling you right now.
Sample.
Mm-hmm. She told me how she's
so good at coming up with names.
Yeah, I'm telling you, look, bro. I was thinking about it all week.
Costco sample. Wow. I wish I had your creative energy.
Look, I wish I had your creative ability. I'm out here, I be thinking about stuff. I'll be like, damn, I just wish I could execute. I can't execute. But you know, like give me time. Oh yeah, I can think of some shit though. But no, Costco sample, my 16-year-old sweetheart at Costco. She's so cute and adorable. I swear I'd take her up. She was telling me about how she was gonna make lasagna. I was like, what you need? I'll go back there and buy it right now.
You should take her to the bar next time.
No, I've been trying to work in car, but she was always at the exit. So I be trying to have this guy was like, hey, come over here and read the shit. I'm staying in her line, dog. Mm. And she was smiling. I was like, yeah, you waiting for me. Mm. I hope. Anyway.
See, you got to pull through. This is what you do. You pull through.
Throw in the cart and leave? Oh, what?
But you stop.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead. Well, I'm too aggressive.
No, not quite that. Not quite that. You pull through. You put your stuff in the car, and then you come back in the exit to walk up to her. It's like, hey, thinking about you. I'd really like to spend some time to get to know you. Give her some Costco flowers with a card and your contact information in there, and then go on about your business.
Or, I forgot something. That's you. Come on. Come on.
Yikes.
Come on. Let me check your receipt.
Yikes. The Costco sample. My God.
Let me get it back.
My God.
Let me come back for seconds.
The Costco sample. Yeah, I need you to. I'm gonna need you.
No, C.P.Runnings is about to happen, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to be the most diabolical. It's gonna be trifling, yo. I'm talking like he shit shivers down my spine, which unlocked the dam of emotion, which now sprays on his face and stuff. It's gonna be trifling, dog. It's gonna be so vivid. They're not gonna be able to make a movie. It's just gonna be fucking just grayed out like Asian porn. It's just gonna be terrible. Well, that I heard of anyway. I don't know that for a fact. That's what I heard through the streets.
Is Jav porn safe for TV? Because it's all blurred out. So can you show it on TV?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, you can't really see. It's happening, but you can't really see what's happening.
Yeah, no,
so
because it's blurred. They do a good job blurring.
It's blurred.
Yeah, it's like, yo, where are we? What is even this? But anyway, yeah. But yeah, my movie would be it probably wouldn't even be. It'd be straight. Not even straight. It'd be straight to Temu. That's what it'd be.
You're just doing filthy things.
Yeah, probably. But such vivid, like my knees buckled and he caught me in my soul and some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just the support she needed.
Mm-hmm.
As this manly, strapping man came along and touched her in ways she's never been touched in before.
He cleaned filth for the day, but now I'm the dirty one. And he will clean me with his tongue or some shit. I don't know. Some gross shit. Slut.
C.P.Runnings slut.
Yeah.
C.P.Runnings slut. Well, I don't know if you have much of anything else to share in this episode. This was a good one. This was episode 188. So I think a thing I'm going to do at the end of every episode is to figure out what is our motivational message for the day. So I'm going to hand it off to you as to what the motivational message for this episode would be, Sir Nygel.
One thing I think you should be able to do, and I actually had this up, is that you should be able to get paid. Now, lawyers out there listening to us, because I know there's a lot, you should be able to get paid royalties every time your ex does something that you taught them to impress a current significant other. You took them to a nice restaurant, I should get 25 cents. If you're taking them to, what was that game place you mentioned to me earlier? I don't know if you want to say it, but there, you take another dude there, guess what? Mine. Putt-putt, mine. You went to this exclusive dive bar where a police officer asked if you were Spanish or not? Mine. How dare you go back? You owe me money. Lawyer, there should be like a post-nup. If we break up, you sign the contract. If I see you at these places, you owe me money.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You just listened to episode 188 of the Don't Judge Me podcast. And if you want to give us some input and some feedback, remember our email address is don'tjudgepod@gmail.com. And our phone number is 202-642-9398. And if ever you take a nigga out to where I took you, you owe me a couple dollars, bitch.
Yeah. Venmo me that shit.
Slut.
Slut.